Legacy Effects is carrying on Stan Winston's legacy. I worked for Stan for 25 years before his untimely passing. You know, we did all the Terminators and Jurassic Parks and both the Iron Man movies, just to name a few. But we're, you know, carrying on in Stan's tradition.
Adam.
In this day and age where computers can do everything, most movies let the computers do everything because it's possible. You want to operate the next one, Steven?
I'd love to.
Okay.
But what's brilliant about this, and Sean told me that it was advice from Steven Spielberg, he said even though you're using visual effects for a lot of the robots, you need to create real ones.
He said to me, look, I know Jurassic Park is a long time ago, and computer effects weren't what they are now, but by building some real dinosaur parts, we got a reality that got better performances from the actors because they were acting off of something real.
Yeah.
And it made the visual effects team know what the real thing looked like. And so it was really early advice that I got, and as a result of it, we built full-scale robots for real.
When Sean and I first talked about this, it took a couple of months to get the designs locked down.
Part of the fun was designing robots from scratch.
They weren't based on a game, they weren't based on a toy. Really, there were no guidelines.
We wanted each one to have specific personalities, specific aesthetics, different color palettes.
You know, you can write one sentence in a script about robot boxing, and then you have Tom walk in and look at you and say, by the way, before I go out and build a 9-foot robot that looks like a Shogun warrior with like LED lights that flash across his chest, do you want to talk about that a little bit?
Relax, Kitty's on our side.
I didn't have an idea of a robot that I've been keeping in my pocket since I was 12 years old. I really looked at the story, and what I wanted to do is create a character that somebody would relate to. That humanizes them.
I mean, they're all very different.
For Adam, he was our everyman. He needed to be somebody that everybody could project themselves onto and relate to.
He has more of a metal finish on him.
And the fencing mask became a way to say, you know what, his identity is somewhat hidden. You're gonna have to work a little harder to get in to see him.
I mean, Ambush, bigger, more beat up, kind of like an early 60s muscle car that's faded out in the desert. And then there was Noisy Boy, who looks like a show car.
I was due for some good luck.
We also built all those background robots. So we had to pack it all up and go up to Michigan. But you know, when you get there, it's like, okay, now it's time to jump in and bringing these things to life.
We have 19 robots, each with great personality. Each one has their own mystique, a whole kind of story behind them.
The robots are very, very sexy beasts.
And I gotta tell you, these puppeteers who operate them are actors in their own right.
They're actually SAG actors because these guys make this a living, breathing character.
We had a replication of Adam, very similar to what we did back on Jurassic Park. Whatever Jason did, moving the head, and what the other guys did, moving shoulder area, neck, it translated in real time, one-to-one, right to the Adam puppet.
When I first saw those real robots being puppeteered by these genius puppeteers moving, I instantly turned into a 10-year-old. Standing next to a 10-year-old, we both had the same looks on our faces.
I look up, and I feel short, because you have a robot 7'6", you got Hugh 6'3", so here I am, and I'm gonna have neck problems by the time this movie's done.
When we turn him on, it's probably the most pivotal and important moment in the entire film.
Whoa, whoa.
And to see this decrepit, old, mud-covered robot sit up and look around and start mimicking this little boy, and to watch Dakota play with Adam and move with Adam and marvel in this amazing thing that he's found in a junk pit. He just melts your heart.
Having the real robot for the actor, it makes a huge difference. you can't help but being drawn into the magic.
I thought I was going to be playing against an invisible robot that I would have to pretend is in front of me. And we have been given this unbelievable luxury.
You know, you watch the movie, you can't tell anymore which were real, which aren't. But I'm so happy that we adopted that hybrid strategy, partial visual effects, partial real.
That's terrific. He's coming to life. Just coming to life.